Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As too many Ontario commuters know, gridlock is getting worse and worse, especially in the Greater Toronto-Hamilton area. It is becoming more difficult to move on our roadways. Whether it's on the highway or in the city, the movement of people and business is needlessly stalled by gridlock, costing Ontario $6 billion in lost productivity every year. By 2031, this congestion will cost us $15 billion in lost productivity. Gridlock, the very sound of the word, sends blood pressures up and patients down. Across the GTHA and beyond, more and more people turn into commuters stuck in gridlock. Their engines are running, their frustration is growing, their tempers are flaring, illegal phone calls are made, and you're stuck for anywhere from 10 to 40 minutes. Our province has a major infrastructure deficit. Ontario's transportation and transit infrastructure has not been modified and built upon to keep up with the needs of our citizens and businesses, and in no way is it ready for tomorrow. For instance, until 404 opened to Woodbine, there had been no change in the road network, but the population has more than doubled. It has taken too long to expand our infrastructure to accommodate the growing population, and we need better planning that looks to future growth, because we cannot rely on the infrastructure that we have had for the past 40 years to last another 40 years. It is interesting to note nearly all of Ontario's infrastructure was built by successive progressive Conservative governments during the 20th century. Progressive Conservatives built this province. 21 of the last 30 years have been governed by Liberal or NDP governments. This is the reason we have the infrastructure deficit that we do. The job was simply not done. Money was dithered and squandered away that should have built kilometres of new subway and hundreds of kilometres of new, better designed roads. So we don't have the appropriate transit to give drivers a real alternative to their car. We don't have new roads that can better handle the size of today's rush hour surges. We don't even have the railway tracks we did years ago if we want to encourage rail transport. Heavy traffic, often caused by accidents, affects the environment and people's quality of life. The bill introduced by my colleague seeks to establish an advisory committee to make recommendations for the improvement of highway incident management. When there is an accident on our roads, anything from a stalled car, loose load, flood, fire, or highway repair, the traffic flow is impacted. Many times these incidents don't seem to be managed by authorities in a way that is helpful to the other users of the road. We need to be able to solve emergencies that arise on a daily basis efficiently and in a way that lets the rest of the traffic flow easily. These highway incidents are at the root of much of the gridlock we experience. This bill would enable an expert committee to provide recommendations for better traffic management so that we can implement solutions to mitigate the gridlock that is created by disruption and accidents. This bill will help solve some of the gridlock problem. Thank you.